Hey everybody, it's your buddy, super awesome Gabe here from Window Ninjas. And today I wanted to talk to you about something that's probably more important than most of you guys may think, but it's a question that I get asked a lot, and I figured I'd share some information with you so you could get a better understanding of maybe where I come from sometimes. The question is, who is truly holding you back from the success that you desire? And the spoiler alert, I always like to do that, is it's not really who you think it is. So nobody can propel you further than you, and no one can hold you back more than you. And let's dive deeper into that truth. Back to the original question: who is holding you back from the success that you want to have or think you are owed? I promise you, and I will restate this again. I promise you, it definitely is not who you personally believe it is. Um, Again, if you are looking to propel your growth in life, if you are looking for some sort of success, if you want to be all that you can be and the best that you can be for you, your family, your friends, whatever life that you're dreaming of, it depends on you. And nobody, and I mean nobody, has any greater power over yourself other than you. So think about that. You can propel yourself forward. You can create the success and live the life that you want. And you are in control of your own destiny. I'm going to give you a little bit of a personal story before we move into this little subject matter that I think you guys are going to definitely relate with. Let's go back in time. We're going to go back in time to like 18-year-old Gabe, fresh out of college, dropout, thinking I knew it all. Yeah, I dropped out of college. Graduated high school when I was 17, went to college when I was 17. Have a late birthday later in the year. We started school back in those days earlier. Sometimes kids got held back, but for the most part, I was one of those ones that didn't. Maybe my mom and dad wanted me out of the house. I don't know. But at any rate, I started school early. Go through life, do my thing up into school, get into some college. Wasn't that great of a student. Probably could have been a better student had I applied myself more. Again, it comes back to me. I'm in control of my life. Go to college, didn't like it, didn't make it a miss. I came home through half of the first semester, right? Um, my mom wasn't taking me in. My sister wasn't taking me in. I didn't have any friends that were going to take me in. I had nowhere to go. But what I did have was I had a ace. What I thought I had was a skill. I hadn't really developed that skill yet, but I was working as a part-time window cleaner during the summer before I went off to college. My sister got me a job with this guy. She had been cleaning windows with him while she was going to school at NC State over the summer, spare time, this, that, and the other. You know how it is. College kids, they're trying to make some money while they're focusing on their main goal. So she got me this job, went to Raleigh, stayed with her and her husband over the summer while I went and worked and thought I was working and busting my ass. As I look back on it now, I didn't know anything. I surely didn't know anything in that summer. But going back to the winter, winter came. It's chilly. Coming back from school, got nowhere place to be. Called up my old boss, and he's like, "Heck yeah, man, come on, I'll put you to work." Now I was making $5 an hour back then. Okay, and I knew I needed to make some money. He actually helped me get a crap of a place off of Hillsborough Street in downtown Raleigh. I mean, the place was drafty. It had holes in the side of the building. The front door didn't even lock. I mean, it was we had homeless people sitting on our couches and our porches when we'd come in the afternoons. But at any rate, hey, you know what? It was tough. I went through it. I did it. All the while I was thinking that I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to be an attorney. I'm going to do all these big dreams, and ideas. And I used to tote the guy that was my crew leader, the boss. Um, he was an alcoholic. He was a great guy. He worked really hard. 40 years old, 18-year-old Gabe. He started mentoring me, talking to me between jobs, this, that, and the other. And he started teaching me some things. And I was listening to him, but I still thought that I knew everything when I really didn't know Jack. But he really started talking to me about our job, what we were doing, cleaning windows, we were, helping people out, this, and this, it was a really easy job. It wasn't that hard considering that he came from a background of sheetrocking houses. And so he would put the sheetrock up, then he'd have to tape and mud, and then he'd have to sand. And he said, man, every single day he came home, he had like this sand in his hair, this, the little, this, the white, uh, sheetrock stuff, dust all over him, in his nose, in his mouth, in his lungs. He said he literally would have to strip down naked before he would go inside to his house. So, and then as we were riding around between jobs and jobs, he would point out, middle of the winter, like, man, those guys over there washing cars, you think that's a good job? And I was like, man, it's fine. He goes, well, do you really want to be out in the cold, soaking wet to the bone all day long? I was like, well, gave me a new appreciation for those guys, but that was definitely something that I didn't want to do. What about painters? You want to go home smelling like paint all day? Do you want to have paint in your hair, paint in your face, paint in your nose? It's like, that's another one. I don't think that's a very good job. And he would just go on and on and on and on and on. And no offense to you guys that are out there painting or cleaning cars or any of that. I mean, listen, I'm a window cleaner. It gets cold outside. Your hands get a little frosty. Trust me. Hey, there's some rough edges around being a window cleaner. But hey, it's what I chose to do. Who was in control? Me. Who was holding me back? Me. Who was going to propel myself forward? Me. Okay. So take that personal story that I just gave you and add this to it. The lesson I learned was that attitude and effort was everything. Nobody owed me anything. I wasn't going to be given anything. And success required focus and learning. And when I embraced the fact that I enjoyed my job, I embraced the fact that it really wasn't a bad deal. I really started to elevate myself and propel myself forward. At that point, I started learning more about our industry. I started going to conferences. I started going to meetings. I started meeting other people in the industry, and I built relationships. And not only was I building relationships with those people, but the job that I was in allowed me the opportunity to be in front of so many people during the day that allowed me to hone in on my communication skills, my personal skills, things of that nature. It allowed me to become a better salesperson because naturally that's what I was drawn to. I didn't know that at 18, but I was just started becoming drawn to sales because I had a natural way to speak to people. So take all that information and then think about it, man. What is holding you back? Who is holding you back? If you dream of success and you want these things to be great and wonderful in your life, there's nobody that's going to move you forward and get you closer to that goal other than you. Most people don't know how to work, okay? And that's holding you back. Alex Hormozy talks about that all the time. He talks about when he got a job in some big office or whatever, I mean, he's just like, the people in his office, especially this one lady was like, man, you don't know how to work. And I listened to him a couple of times and I was like, man, what did he mean by that? And for some reason, I was driving down the road and it hit me because I had to reflect on myself and said, man, you know what? I could have propelled myself further, faster, had I had the answers that I have today. But that's life, right? If you're not willing to study and train and learn how to work, then you are not going to be able to propel yourself further and get the success that you're looking for. Okay. Again, nobody's going to hold you back more than one specific person. And that person, who do you think it is? Okay. You guys know who it is, right? If you think it's anybody other than yourself, then you are shortchanging yourself and you are shortchanging everybody else around you that comes into any way, shape, or form of some sort of interaction with you. Okay. Nobody, nobody on earth can pump you up and propel you further than yourself. You have the opportunity in your hands to reach whatever heights you see possible. And if that's something that you can agree with, then you are already on the path of success. Okay. If you are stuck and you're going backwards or you are not moving forward towards the dreams that you have, there's only one person that's holding you back, and that is yourself. Once you get that through your head, once you embrace that, I promise everybody out there, you guys will start moving forward. It may just be an inch, it might be a mile. Heck, it might be out of the universe. But again, it's not going to start until you embrace the fact that it comes back to you. Personal responsibility is a thing. If you're not studying something new every single day, if you're not propelling yourself forward so that you can get whatever skill set that you have right now and intensify it, then you are not going to attain the dreams that you want. And I truly believe that anybody, if they put their mind towards anything in life, they can achieve anything. Can't is not a word in my vocabulary. I can fly, and you guys can too. I've flown hundreds of times. Now, granted, I had a parachute strapped to the back of me, but hey, you know what? I was flying in between the time that jumped out of the airplane and pulled that parachute cord. Hey, guess what? But I was fine. So I can do it, and you can too. So learn how to work. I'm not going to give you the answer to that one today. You need to learn how to work, okay? Study it, figure it out, understand it. What do I mean by that? Learn how to do work, okay? If you can't focus, you won't be able to ever, ever, ever focus on work, and you will never, ever, ever be able to achieve the goals and the dreams that you want. Learn how to work, people. Once you get out of college, once you get out of high school, whenever you start work, learn how to work. It doesn't mean that and this applies with every single job out there. If you're going to work for a fast food chain and learn how to flip burgers, man, you better learn how to flip burgers and you better learn how to do it the right way. Learn how to work. If you're going to work in an office environment, or you're going to be a salesperson, or you're going to be an attorney, heck, if you're going to be a doctor, you better figure out how to learn how to work. Learn what your job is, learn what your skills are, enhance your skills, get better, learn how to work. Okay. And listen to what's going on inside of you. If you know that you've got some big dreams and you know you got some big aspirations, well, then stop dreaming and go do something about it. Okay? Dreams are only going to get you so far. Dreams can definitely motivate you. Dreams can definitely inspire you. But guess what? It takes work, and you need to get out there and work. And when you figure out how to properly work, you will start watching one success after another start to pile up. I promise you, you will learn a skill, then you'll learn a set of skills, and eventually you will be the master in your industry. So, if you're willing and able and want to learn how to work and you want to create success for yourself, it starts with one person and one person only, and that person is you. So you guys go out there and be great. You guys go out there and inspire yourself, inspire others around you, and you guys go out there and motivate not just yourself, but motivate your attitude and take it to the next level so that you can be the best that you can be. Now, I hope you got value out of that, what I just had to say. And if you did, by all means, please give me a thumbs up. And if you didn't, you got some critiques, hey, I can only get better if I hear from you guys out there and say, hey, that was good. This could have been better. Let me know what could have been better. Give me some thumbs up. And hey, guys, I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. And by all means, keep shining.